What's up, guys? Rich here. 2017, made it. So this is the year, like I said, I'm discussing smart tech. Well, I'm starting off the year, I should say, talking about smart tech. And these are techs for the home. People consider them tech smart devices like the TV. Nest has these new thermostat. Arlo have these wireless camera. I got Uma, and then I got what else I got? Oh, the smart lock by August. Now, I consider a device to be smart when it does something smart, not just because it has a smart name to it, and I don't see anything smart about it. The debate out there for me is still out there why a phone is considered smart when it doesn't do anything smart unless you tell it to do something. Now, like, for instance, the Nest thermostat, it learns your pattern based on your daily activity. It means when I leave out, it knows when to go into eco mode, which it doesn't run all day and burn the electric bill up until I get back home, then it cuts itself back on. Now, that's what I consider smart, because the device is learning what the person is doing and then reacts to it. Unlike, I say, a phone doesn't do anything unless you actually do something with it. Another thing that I consider smart is, for instance, I got these new Samsung TV, and they can detect when I actually plug something in the HDMI port. Like if I plug in the Fire TV or the Fire Stick, it automatically recognizes that that's the device that's plugged in. And then what it does is configure the remote that comes with the TV to actually work with the Fire TV or the Fire Stick automatically. And that's just one device I'm talking about. It does recognize a lot of different devices too, which smart. Now, unlike the TV I had before, when I plug in something into the HDMI port, I have to label it that, hey, this is the DVD player or this is the Fire Stick. And then the remote itself only talked to the TV. It didn't deal with any other devices. So I end up with two remotes instead of just one. Or if I had multiple devices, I end up with more remotes than just one. Now with the Samsung TVs that I got, they actually recognize the device and just have me actually using one remote. Now, not all the buttons work on the TV remote for the Samsung, but majority of the button will work to control the device, where I don't really need the remote for instance, the Fire TV until that time actually comes. So those are some of the things that I'm talking about where I consider smart compared to the stuff that's just labeled smart, but they don't do anything smart. And there's plenty more. So you just have to stay tuned. I got devices that I'm going to demonstrate and why I consider them smart. The first video I got coming out soon is the Nest video. And that's actually the Nest thermostat, that is, because there's other devices provided by Nest. But I'm going to start off with the thermostat and then move on from that point on. Each video is going to have basically a chapter instead of trying to do the whole thing in one video, because there's different devices that do different things, but they all work in unison. And you'll see as I go through how I have this thing hooked up to where I spit out commands and things happen. I use a lot of if commands, and I'll show you what those are about anyway. But with that and the devices themselves that actually connect to individual other devices, it's pretty amazing how I got this set up. But it didn't happen overnight. I had to research. I had to find out what works with what and all that good stuff. But you'll see. But like I say, you stay tuned, you subscribe, and you won't be disappointed. You'll be amazed how I have this thing set up. and now I just spit out commands and a bunch of different things happen. So see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment, do whatever. I just want you to interact with me and stick with me as I go through these videos. All right, see you in the next video. Rich of All, signing off.